Welcome to the week 3. We are already in the week 3 of exploring a lot more details with respect to nervous system. We saw about design thinking, we saw about problem framing in the last week. Today, I wanted to cover an important topic called methods of ideation and the creativity flow what a designer is really discussing. Let me make one thing very clear guys. Ideation is a iterative process. It is generating very diverse creative possibilities. You know what? This focuses more of quantity rather than quality. In fact, there are a lot of people who have this methodology towards, hey, ideation means you will get a perfect idea. You will have to wait for it. No, ideation is all about numbers. Ideation is all about getting the possibilities. Ideation is all about getting into real information of what is really going to be happening with respect to your user. Because the more and more you're able to get the better clarity towards ideation, the better clarity your projects will be evolving. In fact, I would normally tell my students the way in which you start ideating about your product and start developing concept, this will bring a lot of direction in your project. There are a lot of people who get stuck. Like, let's say, hey, Jagdish, I don't know where my project is leading. I am completely stuck. I don't know how to end this. I don't know how to make the project out of it. I'm a little confused about it, right? But the point is, when you start ideating, when you start putting yourself in that creativity zone, you tend to find out there are a lot of possibilities your project could be drifted. So, the beauty about design is how you bring that ideation into your whole game of the design. Okay. In this video, I'll tell you about the context. I'll tell you about the main methodology and the mistakes what designers are doing. And from there, I'll also give you the solution for it. Let's jump in. Super. So, what does mean by ideation? This is about diversifying a very different creative ideas and putting it into a method. And it is mostly focused on quantity, not quality. And then it encourages to you to think out of the box as well as inside the box, right? And this is a foundation of the innovative UX process. So this is like a very big, it's not a very big content. Like this concept is known about everybody, but I'll give you a little background about it. This was first started by Stanford D School from IDEO. In fact, in the last to last video also we saw about that. It was all built on Edward D Bono six hats thinking. This is very common. If you're a designer, you will be definitely having a person in your team who's factual, who's critical, who is positive, who is negative, who is questioning, who is reasoning. So all these hats are worn by a person if you're working in a design studio or a team. This brings a lot of creativity and clarity to your overall design thinking methodology. In fact, a lot of people are a little bit afraid to do it, but Edward D. Bono six hat thinking is very important. And more importantly, from here, you evolve into brainstorming to have a design sprints to have more clarity towards your direction of ideation. And it is used in all the methodology process like Agile method, Six Sigma, Lean, Double Diamond, 8D approach. It is one of the core module in the design education as well. Okay. So the importance, I don't have to tell you this. This expands your mind, encourages the experimentation mindset, how a designer is really going through, and it builds a lot of resilience for you. This turns your research into a great opportunity for you to start working. Okay, Jagdish, what are the methods you can start ideating? The methods of ideation are brainstorming, scamper, crazy eight, mind mapping, role storming, body storming, lot of tree diagram. In fact, there are a lot of ideation methods which is available. But in this video, I'll be only talking about the ideas and the connection towards the nervous system. But in the separate video, I'll talk about each of this in a very detailed way. The common mistakes what people do is they don't go through any other process. They just randomly get one idea, they come to a conclusion. No, they stop after 3 to 4 ideas. They do it in terms of individual. That is why it is a group thinking process. Lack of constraints is there. That means you're freely thinking, you're not having a proper constraint, not documenting a valid idea. This is the common mistakes. The reason why divergent thinking is required is to activate your right hemisphere and think very wide. You can take ideas from aircraft and put it into safety pin. You can take the safety pin idea and put it into aeronautical industry. So that way you're going out of the box. This particular divergent thinking keeps you in the flow state, which will reduce a lot of fear to experiment new ideas. It will break your normal pattern inside your brain and make you creatively think inside your brain, which is like a creative neural rewiring. It helps you trigger a lot of dopamine. Constraints helps you to sharpen the process. Many people think constraints is bad. When you're a designer, if you work with more and more constraints in your project, you bring a lot of creativity out of there. That is the beauty about it. Okay. Case studies and all we'll see very detail in the upcoming videos about each and every method and the example for it. But what I'll try to cover in this video is this improved discovery by 46%. Like I say, the ideation and creativity improves the discovery up to 46% novelty for your project, because this becomes a favorite part of any designer or even the user. You can use Chat GPT, Miro and FigJam, Whimsical, Notion AI, Diverse AI. So all these things are very beautiful tools to give you a lot of creative ideas and thought process. What I'll say is type ideation in the chat box. We will give you the ideation flow worksheet. More importantly, we'll give you a scamper and the crazy eight method template so that you can start creating more ideas from it. More importantly, I would highly recommend you to come for tomorrow's session. It's going to be very powerful for you, the video. And more importantly, if you want to take my personalized mentoring and support, if you want to have our complete workshops into your design thinking process, what you're already working, if you want to put all of these learnings into a proper 3x methodology and strategy, click the link below to come and attend my workshop. It's just a 99 rupees, where you'll get a lot of value and clarity towards how to put this into a real world process. Okay, in the next video let's talk about more details about ideation and the prototyping methods. See you, bye bye.